Hello, welcome back to Planet Dawn. So today is not Valentine's Day. Today is the 15th. It's the day after Valentine's Day, but it's the day my husband and I celebrated. So I just got home from the best short rib I've ever had in my life. And I thought, hey, I should film an intro because it's been a while, if you follow me, since I've seen you face to face. So I've been super busy working on the wedding. It's not what I thought I would be doing first thing into the new year, but I'm trying to use what I have into finished projects that I've started and abandoned. So the wedding, I bought a lot of stuff for it last year and then I never finished it. So it was time to just get back on the horse, as they say. So I was really busy this weekend doing the ceremony, and I think the video that I'm going to attach to this intro is me working on the ceremony. We shall see. So I set it up and I photographed it yesterday. Um, so I guess in addition to being Sarah French, I am also Petals and Prosecco event planning because it did take me the entire day to set up, film, photograph, and then tear down the ceremony. My imagination tends to be larger than my skill set as a crafter. So during the course of my research for this wedding, I became obsessed with um, like event stage weddings, which are very popular abroad. And I don't think I've ever seen anything along the lines of this sort of grandeur in an American wedding, but it's truly beautiful to look at, and I just wanted to emulate that. So, we'll see how close I got to it. So without further ado, here is the Baptiste Alvarez wedding. I hope you enjoy the ceremony and that you come back to see what I do for the reception. As always, I hope you take the time to like and subscribe, and I thank you so much for watching. When I photograph large scenes, I like to do it in the dining room. My husband got me Meta glasses for Valentine's Day, and I wanted to try them out. Pattern tablecloths work best for large scenes. It's much more efficient than poster board. I didn't bother to make anything permanent for guest seating because I knew it would just be a waste of resources. I made the stage and the arches from recyclables and mirrored paper. These are my reference photos. I use these ottomans to store the dolls in between scenes. The original plan was to put all the leaves in the table to get a dramatic aisle, but Lazy won that battle. This is seriously my idea of the perfect day, just putting around, taking photographs of this romantic scene. Here is some footage from the ceremony. I decided to post all the wedding content in this one standalone long form video. It was much more cinematic when I posted it on Instagram with the copyrighted music, but rules are rules and YouTube won't allow it. I encourage you to check out my Instagram if you want to get the full effect of the ceremony. As I said in the intro, it did take me all day to photograph the ceremony, mostly because I only have one lighting rig, so I would have to move things, move the lighting to take pictures in different directions, essentially. Following the wedding, I posted a post-ceremony photo shoot with just the bridal party. But when I was taking the photos, they honestly were not coming out very well. So I didn't have very much usable footage from this. So if I remember correctly, I think I just posted it as a story on Instagram because I just didn't have a lot of usable photos.
Okay, one more for the cover.
So when I was photographing all the pre-ceremony scenes, I was literally just putting sets on top of sets, as you can see, but I needed that space for the reception, so I had to tear everything down. Just last year, I discovered these cheap photography backgrounds from Temu, and I've been using them for my scenes. They're sometimes a little bit blurry, but they're fine for hobby crafting photos. During my research for this project, I noticed that a lot of weddings nowadays are using like smoke machines and pyrotechnics, so of course I had to get in on that. I used fog in a can, and as you can see, it wasn't very effective. I feel like this post was more like a love letter to this dress because it really is one of my favorite crafts for this project. And as you can see, the bride and the groom changed their outfits for the reception. So then it was time to cut the cake. I already released a short of me making the cake from air dry clay, so I'll try to link that somehow. I'm still not great at YouTube. But this one, I was pretty happy with the AI. Like, AI was really like participating in this. There's just this weird moment with her tongue. That's the only thing that kind of gave me kind of like the ick with the AI. I love making tablescapes. Last weekend, I pulled out the resin in a purple plate printable. Here are my inspiration photos. I bejeweled the resin discs to represent crystal chargers. I have a little hack to keep me from melting down when I'm taking pictures. Just cut a piece of acetate the size of the table. Then glue the place settings to the acetate. This little hack prevents everything from falling over every time I bump the table. I use a cut file for silverware, making it easier to glue down for photos. With everything connected, I can quickly change the tablecloth underneath. This is an easy way to make detailed tablescapes with primarily paper. The tables are set, the guests are seated, and it's time for Kevin's speech. The reception and the departure were the final scenes that I filmed. Mariah is in her third dress, so it's just the plain column dress at this point. There are a few cocktail hour scenes like sprinkled in this post when I posted it, because for big projects like this, I make like, one little thing at a time, and then sometimes I forget what I made. So that's essentially what happened. Like, I forgot that I made the wine wall. I forgot about the phone booth. So I kind of went back and took a couple more cocktail hour pictures. Finally, it was time to party. I know I say this a lot, but really, this was so much fun. This was 3 months worth of projects, culminating in this awesome reveal, and I had this immense feeling of accomplishment. In general, AI was pretty cooperative until I got to the departure, but in keeping with my attention span, I was getting kind of bored with the project and I just wanted it to be over. Mostly because it just felt like this wedding threw up in my house and I wanted to put all this stuff away. I really think crafting is a great way to take a little escape from the world. I hope you enjoyed all the wedding crafts and I thank you so much for watching.